Hello, everybody, and y'all are in an interview with your boy, King Genesis.
I came to dominate. Watch out, I dominate. They tryna complicate the way I operate.
What's good, y'all? This is M.I.L Productions. Welcome to our very first own interviewer. I'm here with King Genesis,
How y'all doing?
CEO of DID Entertainment. Here to talk to him about his up and coming album. So tell me, King, what inspired you to create this album?
Well, a lot of struggles back in 2017 really caused me to really think about my dream and how I really want to go out and get it. You know what I'm saying? It was kind of hard getting through the mud I had to go through when it came to half the issues I was having that year. And so coming into 2018, I had to realize, do I really want it? How did I want it? You know what I'm saying? I had to really develop myself into the thought process of getting better at my craft and at everything that I decided I wanted to do. So I said, you know what? I need some motivation. And you know what's better than getting motivation is doing something motivational, not just for yourself but for other people. Because you have to realize that what you may be going through, somebody else may be going through, but they might take it 10 times as harder than you do. So I was like, you know what? This is some of the stuff that I write, and I'm going to say this in a song one day. Some of the stuff that I write is going to be stuff I wish somebody had told me. So really, dominate comes from outside perspective of myself saying, hey, keep it going. It sucks now, but it's going to get better. So that's really why and like where I come from with dominate. So yeah.
Alright. So, why did you come up with the title of Dominate? Where did that come from?
Well, there's two parts to it, and it's crazy. Now, the first part, which is like the original, I guess you could say, I was going through beats left and right. I was trying to figure out what I really wanted to do, and I came across dope boys, great producers, really out there, really doing their thing, and I enjoyed their beats. I enjoyed their the way that their whole style was just amazing to me. So I sat down and I was listening to some of their beats. I listened to one beat and I was just like, this is something I could really jam to. And then they have an actual beat called Dominate. And it really spoke to me to just be like, instead of just releasing this as just a random single, which was the first initial idea of Dominate, I said, nah, I'm going to make an album out of this with their beats. So what's crazy was the second part about that really is that I learned through my trials, through the struggles, as I was writing and penning everything that I had to pen down, I realized I had been through a lot of things I had to overcome. To me, in a I guess, definition of dominate to me is being able to overcome the stronger challenges in life, if you really understand what I'm saying. Like, instead of just looking at it as overtaking everything, it's getting through it and staying on top. No matter what wind blows your way, no matter how many hurricanes try to knock you off, no matter how many times you've been pushed over the edge, you're still standing on the precipice of excellence, looking at everybody in the eye saying, I am the best. I will be the best if I'm still not there yet. You know what I'm saying? So really, it all ties together to say this is what Dominate is going to be about. It's going to be that album that you can just sit there, spit the lyrics of, and feel like, I did this. I can keep going. I can keep moving. I can keep going. You know what I'm saying? Like, we can keep it from ever falling or failing at all. So, yeah.
Okay. What is the message you're trying to portray out of the album?
Really, there's quite a bit of messages in there, but I guess my biggest is, no matter what trial you go through, whether it be big or small, whether it be, longer than usual or shorter than usual, or whether it has gotten to a point in your life where you feel like I can't do it no more, I don't feel like having to go through all of this. I want you to understand that yes, we're going to have those moments. Yes, we're going to have those times where we quit. But my message to you is keep going, keep going. I'm telling you, it gets better from here. I was at a point where I didn't feel like my music was good enough. I had people laugh at my stuff. I had people look at me with hate in their eyes and tell me straight up, I don't like your stuff. But then I have those people around me who are telling me, keep going, keep at it. You're gonna get there. You're gonna get there. So really, my message from Dominate is just get through your trials. I promise, it's all gonna be worth it in the end.
Okay. Okay. So what can we expect from this project?
Man, listen. All I gotta say is, if I don't have you at least turning up in your crib, or I don't have you wanting to go to the gym the next day, then I failed you. That's really what you can expect. Is really feeling like I need to get back in the gym, or you know what, screw it. I want to be able to dance and have a good time. It's really a positive album, and I really want positive feedback. I want people to understand that there is going to be a better side of life, and that's really where I wanted to hit with Dominate. So you can expect a lot of turn up bangers. You can expect a lot of motivational, inspirational, songs to come off this album. You can expect a lot of great things to come from this one album, because I worked like infinite hours to make sure that y'all can get really good content, that there was nothing wrong with it, that I made sure to go back, re-listen. I want y'all to really get the full impact of everything that I'm trying to get at. I don't want anything to tear you away from listening to the lyrics, to listening to the powerful metaphors, wordplay, messages, and everything that I'm trying to give you through this album. So you can expect some pretty good things.
Okay. Now, what song on the album was like your biggest challenge?
My biggest challenge was the fourth song on my album. It's called Vision, and basically, the whole point of the song was how I felt like I was knocked off from it because of a lot of things in my personal life. It was a song that basically alluded more towards my doubts about getting into music and really understanding what it's going to take to get where I want to go. It was like that song. If I'm going to tell you, it almost made me cry at one point, because I realized, dang, this is the kind of emotion I've come from. Like, it was like at points when I really wanted to just end it all, when I was sad, when I was depressed, when I was angry, when I felt like the whole world was just against me. That was that song that just it took a lot in me to write, and it comes from more of a personal background to admit when you've been in that weaker position. So really, when you listen to it, I want you to just come with an open mind and accept all the feelings within that song, because it wasn't easy for me to write, and it wasn't easy for me to spit either. So.
What was the environment like when you were creating Dominate?
Just like any environment I ever really like to write or record my music in. I love to be in a dark room by myself, no one interrupting me, no one around me to distract me from what I'm doing. It was more of a, let me be in a more encompassing, isolated area to just focus on the writing of this album, because I don't want any more distractions. I got distracted for 2 long years over people and events, and I did not want that to be a thing anymore. So I isolated myself from a lot of people. I stopped talking. I stopped trying to hang with people. I just sat down and I said, today we're going to get this album done. Today we're going to get this song done. Today we're going to do this. Today we're going to do that. And I just wrote my heart out as best as I could.
Okay. Who all do you have featured on the album, and why did you choose them?
Oh, man, it wasn't really extensive. That's because I wanted to keep the album short, because some of my past projects that I can't release anymore because of some variable factors was due to the fact that I can't get some of these other artists to come in and record like they should. Like, I would send them beats and they weren't able to get me back in a timely manner. So the people that I chose, the reason why I chose them was because I knew these people could get to me immediately. So I tried to keep the list short, but I do have the homie Deontay on it. He's on like a lot of songs, and I like his voice, I like his energy, and he always encompassed the energy of the album. So I was like, you deserve at least a really good spot on this album. Then I have this girl named Naosha who's on one of my songs because she's a really good singer. She really can hit those notes correctly, and I can't wait to work with her on a future project someday. Then I have the homie X and his crew. He's been working everything he can to make sure that he gets his music out there. He's been doing nonstop videos. He's been putting out there. He's been getting things done, and that's what I like about him. When I came to him about one of my features, he immediately got it done. It was like, dang, I didn't have to even go through a trial like with most people. But, with him, it was a lot easier to work with him. He was always, that person I could just be like, hey, I got a feature for you, and he would just come through. So really getting to work with him has been a blessing, and I hope that, with all the people that are on my album, I hope that down the line we can all work on a really big project and come out and show you what we've got. He's really amazing and talented, as well as all the other artists on my, album, and I hope that I can work with a lot more people after this. So we'll see what happens. But mainly these people, to me, that I felt like they really matched the vibe and the energy of what I was going for, rather than me getting a random feature from some dude like the other way. You know what I'm saying? Like, and he starts talking about murdering and capping people, and actually I'm just trying to get you to I'm just trying to motivate you. You know what I'm saying? So these people, they helped keep the album afloat like they should have. So that's really what that is.
Okay. How long did it take you to create Dominate?
I would like to say I would agree to 8 months, but if you're talking about writing and actually recording, it didn't take me too long to do that. And the only reason I say 8 months is because I had this idea back in February, but I really didn't start it until about June. So it was really because at first I had another project idea in mind. I was going to do something else, but I'm going to do that after Dominate. But I did Dominate because it was just it just spoke to me at the time. It was just something I had to do. So really it didn't take as long as I thought it was going to take to get it all written. But it did take a lengthy amount of time to get it done because a lot of personal things in my own life. But, it was a very great adventure I had, so I'm not sweating too much about it.
In your opinion, is Dominate a good album?
Oh, heck yeah. Man, the quotes, the motivational speeches I have in this, the features together who worked hard with me, the people who really motivated me throughout the album, they all enjoyed it. I showed a couple of people maybe 1 or 2 songs to really get them a feel of it, and they're like, yo, this could be a really tight project. And getting all the opinions from everybody else and people actually trying to fight me for this album. They were out there like, yo, give me this album. I want to see what it's about. I heard that you were good, yada, yada, yada. I told them you're going to have to wait till December 31st. And trust me, as an artist who's pretty much almost finished with this album, it is difficult not to just be like, here you go, you know what I'm saying? Listen to my stuff. Give me your honest opinion. But, I got to hold that back and wait till December 31st, which is, that time when we can actually get, things going. So.
Okay. So at least we all know now it's coming out December 31st.
Yeah, the release date is December 31st, possibly the 1st, it just depends. But I'm planning on releasing it then because I feel like opening up to the new year with a new album will give people that new, there's going to be a lot of people who's my New Year's resolution is to get skinnier. So, I mean, a motivational album at the end of the year should be good enough to last you at least a week. Because I know half of y'all finna end that crap. I know half of y'all ain't finna be about it, but, to those who actually are going to be about it, I hope you do enjoy the album when you're out there working out and getting stronger and doing what's best for you. Hopefully you do get healthy and fit. I know I need to, but, just saying, man, I just want y'all to, have good vibes going into next year. No, we don't want 2016 and 2017 repeated. We don't want none of that. We want different vibes. We want, the good ones. We want to come into the new year with, smiles and happiness and peace that we should be, trying to achieve. So really that's where, that's the reason why I did choose that release date.
Okay. Well, this concludes this interview. I appreciate you, King Genesis, for coming out.
Yeah, I appreciate you for having me.
Open up to do this interview. So definitely December 31st or January 1st, whichever one you decide. Give me a copy of Dominate.
Heck yeah.
Make sure y'all catch this album coming out soon. So we gonna jet out. Peace.
Came to dominate. Watch out, I dominate. They tryna complicate.
M.I.L. Production.